If music be the food of love, play on.
What a load of old tosh. I have no idea what else he wrote, but this Shakin' Stevens fella doesn't know a lot about food. After watching this, I tried to eat some music and was pulling copper out of my gums for months. So we all know that music is rubbish for food, but do you know what isn't? That's right, food. Food is bloody brilliant as food. You know what, I'm going to fix that bloody quote.
If
Food.
be the food of love.
Let's eat.
There, done. Isn't the democratisation of media wonderful? So, last week I tried hedonism and frankly my danglies are still recovering, so I thought I'd tweak the system a bit. So I decided to focus my limbic indulgence on the pure masticatory. You heard me. So, after zero Googling whatsoever, I've decided to throw my lot in with Epicureanism. I mean, why bother with all that snorting and shoving when you can just schlemm a whole load of scran? So, I've decided to be like the Romans and stuff myself rotten, and when I'm too full, I'm going to go to the vomitorium. And as I come from the country with the most respected and exquisite of food cultures, I've got a bit of a leg up on this one, and if I could raise my arm after my surfeit of lamprey, I might play a couple of games. So here are my 5 games for Epicureans, and if you've got some suggestions for great Epicurean games, pop them in the comments, and I'll have a look after I've finished my double Savoy and triple chips. I come from the food capital of the world, but you might not have realised that America has food too. It's true, and every day, every American takes their Cadillac down to the diner for the afternoon food ingestification, or lunch as we call it. Diner, from designer Matthew O'Malley, perfectly evokes the scrum that lunchtime is in an American diner. This is one of the most thematic games I've ever played, and it does that through a super clever use of real-time play. We take on the roles of servers in the eponymous diner, busting our chops every day for tips. Whenever you have a token, you can do an action, but as soon as you've done it, you have to slide it to the next player and wait for another one. This simulates brilliantly trying to squeeze between patrons and other servers as you desperately try to get to your customer's table before your colleagues. Every second of this game is full action, and if it lasted more than the 10 minutes that it does, it might be taxing, but it's the perfect amount of adrenaline for the perfect amount of time. This game is original, thematic, and riotous fun. If you can find a copy, get one. Heavy diner food, I need a digestive, which is French for having a poo. And what better way to coax your bowels into action than by drinking some spirits of your own manufacturer? By the way, if I ever offer you some booze that I've made myself, run, and quickly, because it will make you go blind. Distilled is a labour of love from designer Dave Beck, and you can tell that this is a project that he cared a lot about. In Distilled, you take on the roles of spirit makers from all around the world trying to make the most money from your concoctions. You can make the most rancid rotgut or the most exquisite eau de vie. What sold this game for me though was the fabulous distilling mechanism, which brilliantly models the risky nature of the distilling process by making shuffling a core mechanism in the game. This is the first time I've seen this, and it is startlingly clever. I was bewitched from the first couple of turns of this one, and not just because I love plying myself with booze. This is a meticulously constructed Eurogame brimming with originality, and I love it. You may not know this, but many consider me board gaming's David Attenborough. Actually, roll that clip.
Look at that one there. Now you may not think it, he may look cute and that, but if you went near it, it'd bite your face off. Look, there's his mum there, she'd bite your face off too. It's a thing you don't know about animals. Real thing about biting your face off. You see all the animals on the street and that, and you think, oh, they're lovely. They're just there thinking, gonna bite your face off. So be careful with the animals and that.
So, you can trust me with any animal facts. For instance, seahorses are horses that can see. Another fact that you probably won't believe is that animals also eat, and you can learn about that in the wonderful card game Pray Another Day. In this game, we don our furry suits and try to outrun the bigger predators in the wild. This is a simple but brilliant game of deception and doublethink where you try to clamber in the heads of your opponents. It feels very much like a stripped back version of Love Letter. Pray Another Day is one of the best filler games I've played in ages, and it is truly a joy to get out into nature and try and eat a bear. Now, you may not know this, but food isn't just about eating. It's also about constructing a huge capitalist empire that crushes all before it. Welcome to the world of food chain Magnate. Designed by the biggest sadists in modern gaming, the Splotter guys, this is a game about harvesting innocent people and forcing them to eat your junk. You heard me. Of course, because this is a game by the Splotter guys, it is a deceptively brilliant and brutal challenge built around breathtakingly original mechanisms. The designs are just so refreshing, and their most popular design encapsulates everything that is great about them. You have the devilishly simple organogram building phase, choosing employees that will offer you fabulous abilities and opportunities. Then the delivery mechanism is one of the most original things I have ever seen in a game. It's just brilliant. If you can get a copy of this one for less than a medium-sized Polynesian island, then snap it up. It's a masterpiece. Look at all. Walking into the supermarket and just popping a turnip into your shopping trolley and eating it raw the moment you get out of the shop. Food is about suffering. It is about working your fingers to the cartilage, in the soil to coax two feeble green shoots to sprout that you hope against hope will one day become something you may be able to eat, because that rumble in your gut is keeping you awake and leaving you to stare forlornly at the cot across the room, willing the child to bloody grow up so they can help you bring in the harvest so you can eat turnip again. Oh, how you crave turnip, that succulent white flesh that halts your hunger pains and makes you, for the merest of moments, human again. Oh, how you need turnip! Agricola.
Woof. I think I'm gonna vom, you know. I can't eat this much all the time. If you have some games that make you feel nauseated, pop them down in the comments. Ooh. Like the video if you like the video, buy some merch from somemeeple.com to stretch over your distended belly, and if you want to help me pay for my Ozempic prescription like these lovely people, you can go to patreon.com/5G4D and back the project. Ooh, right, I'm gonna go and get one of those coffee Emilys.